YouTube? It's Walker Heckman here, back with another video. And I got a little explaining to do before we get into this video. I recorded this exact same video off of my iPhone a little over a week ago, and I uploaded it and everything. The audio, for some reason, would not attach to the video, and I uploaded it with no audio. It was only up for about an hour because I rewatched it on YouTube and no audio. So I'm sorry. It's been, what, two and a half weeks since my last upload. But I did try making this video earlier. But here I am redoing it with my normal camera. And it should be a good one. I got some other videos. I looked over at the table because those are going to be some primary parts of the new videos coming out. But I was actually going to record one of those today. The wind is howling outside right now, and it looks like we're going to get some pretty good thunderstorms or something, because it's pretty dreary out there. So I'm just going to make sure I redo this one for sure, get a nice video out there for you guys, and weather permitting, we'll get some other good videos out for you real shortly. Probably have some back-to-backs here within a couple days. But without further ado, as you can tell by the title, this is a tour of my tackle box, and my tackle box is actually a bag with a lot of little boxes inside of it. I'm about to show that off to you. And this is my tackle box for every kind of fishing that I do other than fly fishing, because my fly fishing stuff's totally separate. But I mean trout, bass, walleye, pike, I mean everything with a spinning reel, or whatever you want to call it, is in this tackle box. So without further ado, we're going to switch camera angles here. We're going to get right into it. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so this is that bag I was telling you about. I have really big hands, but just to show you the size of it, there's one of my hands. It's pretty small, but you can fit a lot of stuff in these little things. And I'm actually probably going to move this to the floor and show you as I'm pulling stuff out of it, but then go through the actual little boxes on the table here. But right up front there, we've got two rod holders. This is actually a cheap Ozark Trail rod holder. They actually work super good from old Walmart. And then this is one that I've found on one of my fishing adventures. And I don't really like this style, but I use it. So now we are going to move the box or the bag down, and we'll get right into the next little part here. Alright, so here's the bag on the ground. Now we're going to do the big main compartment first. So, going to unzip the top. And I'm actually going to take the camera off the tripod to give you a better look at this. Alright guys, I just unzipped the top. This is the big main compartment. We'll get down a little closer here. And on top you can see two of my main big boxes, but I got a nice pair of fishing needle nose pliers. Set those up there. And I have this year's fishing regulations for the state of Montana. Always got to have those. Check up on your local laws. Now you can see all of it. You got a big box for crankbaits, snells, leaders, and bobbers, jig heads, spinners, and spoons. So we're just going to get right into these little ones. They all fit in there real tightly. I'm going to take all of these out, and then we'll go up to the table, and I will show you what's inside all of them. Alright guys, so up first, as you can see, is our jig heads. I got kind of a funky angle going on here, but it's the best I can get figured out here. So we'll open this one up, and inside here we've got several different sizes and colors of jig heads. In this compartment, oh, I better zoom in a little closer. I'll just go ahead and take you guys off the tripod. Sorry guys, it was obvious to me a little too late that we needed to just not use the tripod for this video, but in this one I've got kind of my solid color medium-sized jig heads. Got a pinkish one there, then a sparkly gold one. In this one, we got some zebra striped or tiger striped medium sized ones. And then in this one, I got all my super small ones, which I actually use primarily for ice fishing. And then here we got some big ones that are kind of, they're multicolored, but there's no crazy patterns on them. And then here, this one I haven't hardly been able to use yet. I wanted to try it. This one actually has a spinner on the front of it. So I kind of like that, and I'm excited to give that a shot. Then here I got kind of my weird ones. This one's like wooden, it's super light even though it looks big. And then I got a hairy yellow. Then over here, we got a big fish head looking one, pink and black. And here I got 3 sparkly black, slightly smaller fish head looking ones. And then down here I got a black and white with a red, with a bleeding lip, fishing head looking one. So that is all my jigs in my jig box. We'll hop into the next one. Alright guys, I have no idea what just happened. I was just getting into this spinner box. If I did, I'll probably cut the beginning into this, but I just want to get into this spinner box here. My camera just did a weird thing though. So right here, got a number 5 Meps, yellow with a bloody bottom. Use that mainly for pike. Haven't caught any with it yet though. I just figured it might be good, so I got it. Whole bunch of like number 3 blue foxes. Use those a lot for trout. Big number 6 blue fox that I got from Uncle Dave before he passed. That he used that mainly for pike. And I got this black and yellow Panther Martin, really good on the river for trout. Whole bunch of number 2 Panther Martins in the rainbow trout pattern. Those work really good on a lake I fish for trout. 1 number 3 rainbow trout Panther Martin. A yellow fox. That thing works pretty good on the river. Some silver foxes and a silver fox and a silver Panther Martin. A Meps, little number 2 I believe, with a rainbow trout pattern on the blade. And I got like 3 normal number 2 gold Meps, number 3 gold Meps, and then another number 2 gold Meps right there. So that's all of my spinners. That's my collection of spinners. Those are mainly used for trout, but I have caught a surprisingly amount of pike off of some of these number 3 and bigger spinners. But we'll hop into the next one. So up next, as you can see, is my spoons, and I use these primarily for northern pike. If we open up this one, I don't have a lot, but I have what you need, if that makes sense. 5 of diamonds. This thing slays northern pike. I got this big one here, and then down here I believe is my smaller, oh no, that's my red and white. Got a smaller normal red and white. And then down here I have a red and white that has caught a couple northern and it's pretty destroyed. And then here's a sparkly red and white. And here is a 5 of diamonds that's caught a couple northern. And this little spoon, I don't even know where I got this. I have not caught anything off of it, but it has a pretty cool action in the water. And I'm kind of excited to try it out a little bit more and see what I can catch with it. Then up here, got a little orange and gold. I got a perch colored one. This is one of those, it's not a spoon, but I classify as a spoon. You can see the shape of it there. And then I got an actual spoon of about the same size that's perch colored. But yeah, that's all my spoons. We'll get into the next box. So the next box is absolutely crammed full of crap, and that is the crankbaits. And I use these a lot sometimes, or I don't even touch them sometimes. It just depends. I'm not that good with them, but I have caught some fish with them. Like that one right there. This one up here I caught a nice sauger with 2 years ago. But I got a whole pile of these. I don't even hardly know anything about them. So I'm just going to kind of scan over this box and you guys can just see what I have. This, I do like this one, lipless. That crawdad works good up in one of my pike lakes sometimes. Whole bunch of perch colored ones. The top one's a square bill. That rainbow trout one works good in one of my pike lakes. These little things aren't crankbaits, but I threw them in here because I had no other room. These things look so real underwater. So real, but I've yet to catch anything with them, which kind of upsets me, but they look so real underwater, you'd think they'd just slay. Then I got that one I caught the sauger with, a couple of blue ones, square bills, a pile of kind of junk ones, then that one there. So that's my big box of crankbaits. We will head into the next and last box out of the main compartment. So this next box is something that pretty much every fisherman needs to have, and it doesn't look as cool as those other ones, but lots of essentials in here. Snells, leaders, and bobbers. There's more than that in there, but that's a pretty good classification to put on there as a label. So in here I've got 2 rod bells for set lines for catfish and pike and stuff. Whole bunch of bobbers, red and white classics, 2 different sizes. They continue on over here, and then I want to try out this one. I think I'll be able to see that better on the water, but I haven't tried it yet. Just got that recently. A stringer, some steel leaders, and this is just a bunch of snells. Everyone knows what snells are. But yeah, that's all that's in that box. Kind of essentials that you might as well just throw them all in one box, because I don't know where else to put them. So next, I'm going to bring that bag back up to the table, and we're going to tear apart those side pockets. Alright, so I got them plastic boxes put back in the main compartment and the fishing regulations and stuff. We're going to hop into these side pockets. On the left, you will see this is pretty essential stuff here. This top end is full of my bait hooks. Hopefully they don't spill everywhere. Got some 2 or 3 different sizes of treble hooks across the top. Then I got some big normal hooks, normal bait hooks on the bottom with one empty compartment. Close that up, and this puppy's actually double-sided. This is full of sinkers and swivels. Bunch of different sizes and colors of swivels here. And 2 different kinds of split shot, and then some big 1-ounce sinkers for set lines. So we're done with that little box. Now on the bottom of this is a big old Daredevil spoon. You can see how big it is in my hand. This is something that is used for ice fishing mainly, and you hang this under a spear hole, and you kind of make it spoon around underwater, and it's a big decoy to bring pike in to spear them through the ice. Or, I mean, you use that, you can put a hook back on there and use it as a spoon, but that's what it's used for in my standards. So in the front here, I've got a scale, just a normal gill grabbing scale, and I got a tape measure that goes up to like 3 feet, I believe, if I can get a hold of the little guy. But yeah, got a tape measure on there too. Need that tool if you're ever going for size. And then I have more line than this put away in my big chest, but this is the stuff I carry around with me, and it's a pretty good assortment. Some 6-pound, some 10-pound, and some 20-pound. That's all I carry around with me while I'm fishing as extra line goes. And then I got another pair of slip joint pliers in the bottom of here. Can't have too many pliers when you're out there. So we got 1 compartment left, and this one is loaded. Like, when you look at how small this pocket is, you wouldn't think all this stuff fits in here, but it's tight. This thing is loaded with plastics. You can see them peeking out of there. I'm just going to grab them out of here by the handfuls, throw them over here, go through them one by one. Not in depth, but. So we got this gulp, kind of a chartreuse color. And we got this big jerk bait. We got these little pink and whites. The knees I haven't tried yet, but I think these are going to kill the bass in a nearby pond we have. This is a green pumpkin with a chartreuse tail worm. I think these are going to work great. Some big blue and silver. Here we got some perch color. And then we got a lot of little ones. Here we got one more big one. Red and white. I thought these would kill the pike. I only tried them once on a really bad day of fishing, so I'm going to give them another chance. But I think these will kill the pike since they love that red and white spoon so much. But even though it says walleye assassin. Then for little ones, got this. I'm just going to call it tropical colored little ones there. And we got pure white, pink and white, and then chartreuse or yellow. And that's my pile of soft plastics right there. So that was all of my tackle that I use for any kind of fishing other than fly fishing, and it all fits in this little bag. I love this bag. I'm glad I switched over to the bag. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed that Tacklebox tour. It's not a lot, but for that little bag I have, that thing's stuffed full, and that's all the stuff that I have needed or need to catch fish out here. Like I said in the beginning of this video, got some interesting stuff coming out. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek here, just one sec. Tannerite. So I just got 4 pounds here, going to be buying more. And I don't know if we're going to be actually combining it and making a pretty big explosion. I think we were actually going to just do like 1 or 2 pound targets and shoot them, but that should be pretty exciting. And I also picked up a lead sled yesterday, so probably going to be some shooting videos, but the weather is not good for shooting right now, so probably not for the next few days at least. But hope you guys enjoyed this Tacklebox tour, and I hope you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, get notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, keep it wild.